Okay. You know, is there going to be a song anytime soon?
You didn't get it?
I got nothing. Live from the home studio in Poophole, Colorado, Norwich, Connecticut.
I hear it.
That's fine. And waiting on Oakdale, Connecticut. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's Herm's show tonight. And to that end, we say, welcome to Dysfunction Junction.
Fuck! Yeah.
All right. My name is Chris Burns. With me is the producer extraordinaire, the man with no hair. He is Big Herm, Michael P.S. Herman. We are awaiting the arrival of Chris Lynch. And when you're awaiting the arrival of Chris Lynch, it's nice to kick back with an ice-cold Miller Lite. 96 calories. Just one more than Chickalobe Ultra.
That's right.
It tastes great. It's less filling. And it won't get you drunk unless you drink about 14, 15 of these sumbitches.
Ooh.
So, Miller Lite. It's the choice of an old generation. How'd I do?
Excellent.
All right. Thank you. So, everybody, this is Herm's show tonight. We're going to have him tell you just a little bit more about it when Lynch shows up. But got anything on your mind while we're waiting for the Possum King? And speaking of the Possum King himself, it's it's Finger Me.
Hi.
You've been at the Starbucks, have you?
What?
You've been at Starbucks? Put that.
Yeah, all the time. All the time. Let me go kill this light.
You go kill that light. We've been waiting long enough. Now gotta wait now.
Oh, we're live? Oh, you already started.
Oh, we already started.
I said it's okay.
You know,
go ahead, start without me.
When you're waiting on your co-host, you can kick back. I already did that ad.
You can kick back and enjoy a smooth Miller Lite.
That's right.
I didn't know we were on a strict timetable here.
We weren't, but we just kind of started and figured you'd show up. We weren't really going anywhere without you. We were just kind of hanging out.
No, 2 accidents on the bridge within 100 yards of each other. The first
lovely.
Accident caused a second accident.
That's usually how it happens. Cautions breed cautions.
Mm.
Wait, that's tomorrow night. Never mind. Forget I said that.
Right?
Yeah, baby.
Hey, do you got a rave going on in the room behind you? What is?
Yeah, that's why I want to shut my lights off. I have a little decoration now.
Oh, we got to see this. He's got some decoration.
Said that. Megan said you had a little decoration too.
Yes, that is true. I still don't know why he's got a ladder dead fuck in the middle of the room.
I'm not sure. I mean, is he working fucking agility training with the dog?
Is he trying to
dipshit?
Is he trying to escape? $10 he trips over the ladder.
I'm taking that bet. That's easy. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen.
For the 4 people watching, this is what you tuned in for. Here
never announce the viewership. Well, this early you can. At 4 minutes in, we still got time.
4 minutes in, we're still early. It'll bump up, but it's literally we haven't even really started the car yet.
No, not really. It's it's -4 degrees. Car's warming up. You don't even want to put it in reverse yet.
No, you're just gonna let it sit there and just
fuck yeah, let it mellow
until it's warm.
Well, once Chinny McPossum fuck decides to come back to his seat, we will get. Yeah, see, already people are going, my eyes. This is why we can't have nice things. That dance scarred me for the rest of my life.
Yeah, for real.
That's to signal all the other possums to come to my path.
What's up, guys? Listen, if any of you need therapy after what you've just witnessed, you can email us, and we will have our people contact you for the correct amount of care.
Mm-hmm.
Our people will call your people.
That's right. My people will call your people.
We'll do lunch. It's fantastic.
It's nice. It's nice.
So we got Terry and JR in the house. Hello, guys. How are you? This guy had the nerve to ask me for $20,000 to test a $5,000 car. See, we had that conversation. Leave it for tomorrow. This is not the racing show, but we love you, Tank.
No, we knew that was coming, and we will discuss that with you tomorrow.
That's right.
We had a meeting after the meeting, and we're good.
Oh, all right.
Well, no, last night that was us.
Right.
We all discussed the JR thing. Oh, different guy.
Oh,
well.
Fuck
you're
him.
just reeling them the fuck in, aren't you? You're
Right.
getting all the.
We're gonna ask you guys a favor tonight, and going forward, we're gonna ask you this favor every night. If you're watching the show, go down in the bottom corner, look for the share button. Share this with your friends. Get it out there. More eyes is better than less eyes. And speaking of more eyes, there's my buddy Leon in the comments or in the watching group. Hello, Leon. How are you today?
See, the numbers are going up already. We're good.
Right. Leon, we got to talk sometime soon. You and me, brother. You and me.
It's because of my dance.
Yeah, that's it.
I can't even enjoy it. I can't even enjoy that beer. It touched my lips, and you said the dance, and now that beer equates to your dance. Fuck it. Who gives a shit?
Wow.
Hey, how am I sounding tonight?
You sound fine. You sounded fine last week.
All right.
You swear to God, you sounded fine last week. I went back when you said it, and I was like, "What the hell is he talking about?" Now I got fucking mic issues. No, it's just that one music issue we have. But
it's probably just me and my ears. They get really bad some days.
Do we hear that?
I heard that.
Can I hear that?
I'm just trying to figure out why some sounds work and some sounds don't.
Try Mr. McMahon. See if Mr. McMahon works.
He didn't work either, right?
No, Mr. McMahon.
But that works, which is kind of fucked up.
Now I didn't hear what that was again. So now we'll figure it out. Listen, as you can see, with all the technical difficulties, it has to be Herm's show tonight. So I have to get that piece of paper. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just use this one. No, I can't. Anyway, Herm's got a show, and he wants to tell you about it. And we're going to do it because last week we did Riffing on the Square, the Lynch edition. This week is Simply the Best, the Herm edition. And next week I'll think of something because it'll be my edition. So, Herm, walk these kids through the battlefield.
All right, so here what it is. I was watching TV the other day, and there were somebody on TV on the show that was, I wasn't really paying attention watching it. It was just kind of on. And I heard them talking about the best this or something that was the best. They were talking amongst themselves on the show. And I was like, what if we just did a big list of the best? Just the best, just
the best.
Similar to Questions from the Hat, but instead of some of the weird shit, it's literally just the best and some obscure shit. Like, well, let's get into it. Let's see. First question.
This is gonna hurt.
This is gonna hurt. Lynch, what's the best? What's the best car you ever drove?
Best car I ever drove.
Yeah.
Do we have a time limit?
No, I mean if you take time, we take time. We don't have to hit all the questions. It's literally just a topic.
Wow, I'm really trying to think. I think the like highest class car I ever drove was my father-in-law's Porsche Boxster. I could say that. I've driven a Corvette before. Drove a Tesla. But I'll have to say Boxster, the Porsche Boxster. But my father-in-law's second Boxster. He traded the first one in and got this one. He let me drive it. It was fun.
That's a brave man. I'm telling you right now, that's a brave man.
It tells you that says he trusts me. I don't know.
Well, yeah. Obviously, he's never driven in a fucking car with you.
Oh, JR, me a 55 Bel Air cream and red with the black interior. Hey, you know what? You say that, JR. I just found one on Facebook. It's a 56 with the opposite color scheme. It's red with a cream trim and a red interior. I found it on Facebook Marketplace for dirt cheap.
I gave someone a cream trim once.
That's called the Blumpkin.
Oh my.
Oh, we've gone off the rails quick. Guys, you're allowed to answer too, like JR did in the comment section. Please do not hesitate to answer in the comment section if you have something you want to say. The best car I ever drove. My mom had a Mercedes, a classic Mercedes, completely restored, beautiful car. The only thing I hated about it was low to the ground. It felt like you were climbing up to get out of the car. And
yeah, with the deep buckets.
Yes, and it felt like at any given point in time, your ass was going to fall through and hit the pavement. But it honestly did. I always said when I was a passenger in the car, this feels wrong. It feels like I'm climbing up to get out of a vehicle. But driving that thing, it was so smooth. It was old school, 3 in the tree. It was mint. It was gorgeous. I think it was, if I do my math, it was like my dad's 25th anniversary gift to my mom. And this thing was, Herm has seen it in the old driveway. This thing was mint.
It was a beautiful car.
What color?
Metallic blue, like a royal blue. Not royal like blue. The shade between navy and royal.
Yeah, like a medium blue. It was nice. Yeah, it was a nice color.
Terry said I drove a BMW that Herm brought home from the job he was working. Needed me to drive it to McDonald's to meet him. Wow. Braylon, my daughter, says it's her daddy's old truck. You're doing the right thing, kid.
Yo, and that was that was my car for work, and that was and just so she's clear, she was like, this car's amazing. That was the bottom of the line BMW. That was like the Ford Focus of BMWs.
Was it like the 323?
Yeah, it was a 318. Yeah. It was a 318.
Oh, the 318. That's even lower.
When they first
those are good little cars, man.
Great little commuter car. Great, awesome. Have all the luxury, but definitely far better than any commuter car you could fucking possibly buy anywhere else. But yeah, it was the 318i. It was it had all the bells and whistles I needed. It was a nice car, man. Great, zippy little 4-banger. But yeah, I mean, that was my company car. Was the BMW.
Nice.
All right.
So my favorite car was my mom and I went up to Vermont for a wedding of one of my cousins, and my uncle had a 356A Porsche. Yeah, convertible. And I was like, Mom, this car is awesome and stuff, and it's awesome. And we were on our way, and we were getting ready to go to the wedding. And I was a licensed driver and all, but like, and he was like, hey, you want to drive my car to the wedding? I was like, are you shitting me? He's like, no, for real. I wouldn't ask if I didn't mean it. Here's the keys. So yeah, I got to drive his car to the wedding. It was lovely.
I'm sure it was. That's a mean machine right there.
Wow.
Worst car? How about worst car? Worst car? 79 Dodge Omni with three different size tires on it.
Wow. That thing drove in a circle, I'll bet.
Oh, dude, you'd be driving down the road and the steering wheel just kind of drift off in a random direction because the two front tires were 14-inch tires, but one was wider than the other. And the rear tires, the passenger side, had an oversized tire on it. It was fun, but it got me back and forth like to work in college for 6 months.
Wow, we just had a car drive through the Pueblo Mall.
Oh,
on purpose?
I'm not quite sure you're supposed to drive through.
Let's see. This was 16 minutes ago. Pueblo Police Department is responding to the Pueblo Mall for a car that crashed into the food court. People are redirecting people away from the JCPenney area. The building has been evacuated. Police have the suspect in custody. And KRDO has a crew on the scene and is a developing story.
Oh boy, he's trying to recreate that scene from the Blues Brothers.
Right.
I'm gonna catch those boys if it's the last thing I ever do.
I do.
Terry was the worst car in 1980 Chevy Monza, but you couldn't kill those.
I'm sorry. That is the 1980 Chevy Bondo.
Yep.
Bondo.
What was the other nickname?
We called it the Chevy Bondo.
There was another nickname.
The Cream Mobile.
Terry, do not say anything in the comment section. If you do, you are disqualified. What was the other nickname for that car? Terry and I still talk about it to this day. Starts with a P.
Wasn't that a POS?
No. We called it because I didn't look at I didn't see the bow tie in the front, didn't see the markings on it that would tell you what it was. I believe I called it the Pinto Wagon.
Oh, maybe, yeah. You could have. That's right.
The Pinto, Terry says Pinto Mobile. Yeah, trust me, JR, no one was calling that the Pussy Wagon.
No, nobody. And it wasn't even the hot Monza. Like, me and some buddies had a hot Monza. It was the fastback. It was black. And we slammed a 454 using a shoehorn and some Vaseline. And we needed like 3-piece headers just to get them in. We couldn't do 1 piece. We tried. But we did, and it was fast. It was fucked. But no, her car looked like
a Pinto.
It was a 2-door, but it was kind of like a Pinto, but without the round back end.
Yep.
The headliner. Remember the headliner? You'd push the headliner up, and it would stick for a while, and then as you were driving, it would fall down. It'd fall down. When she first got it, she didn't know it was so old she couldn't remember and didn't know how to set the fucking. It had the push button.
Oh yeah, you got to push and hold.
Remember, you had to push it
would, yeah.
You pulled it out. You'd pull the button out and adjust it to your radio station, and then push it in. She was like, "This radio station sucks. I can't find anything." Hold on. What do you want to listen to? And you could do it because the first button would slide you. You could make it so the first button slid you all the way to the far end of the dial, and then the next button slid you all the way back. But yeah, you had to pull the knobs out and set and find. That's perfect. Push the button in. But yes, and I believe all she had in that car was an AM radio.
That's right.
It was just like my Volare. All it had was AM radio. There was no. I listened to the Norwich WICH. And that's all. I believe I remember that's all Terry listened to in that car because it was the only station in Norwich we could really get on AM fucking radio. So the only thing we listened to Sunday Swap and
Swap and Shop.
Yeah, we listened to the Sunday Swap Shop and
number 36. You're on Swap Shop.
All right, I got 1973 piece of shit something, and I'm only looking for $25.
887-4126.
Hello, next caller, number 36. What have you got on the Sunday Swap? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ralph. I got a twin bed. I'm asking $25.
Yeah, and that car didn't have a rear window defogger.
I remember my dad had
It didn't have heat. It literally just had floor heat or the defroster. There weren't even vents on the fucking dashboard.
My dad had a car that I guess he had an accident with his truck. This was back when it didn't have the embedded defroster in the back. They actually sold them at Benny's.
The peel sticks. You had to put the wire on.
No, dude. This was a blower. It was a blower that sat on the back hatch that you either double-sided sticky tape or Velcro down, and it blew hot air.
Nope.
So you got it defrosted, but it only defrosted a fucking circle.
Spot. You had to have 4 of them across the back window to hope to see anything.
You know what's sad? With the first question, we all did about 30 to 45 seconds. We have spent the last 4 minutes talking about the Pinto Mobile or the Pinto wagon.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? It brings back memories.
It certainly does,
man.
I ain't gonna lie.
I had a kid knew a guy in high school who had a Chevette all through high school. and he didn't do an oil change all 3 years of high school.
Ooh.
And that thing ran like a top. We purposely tried to kill it, and we couldn't. We called it the shit vet. And he finally pulled he pulled the dipstick out and pulled the oil plug out, and it was like, imagine frozen molasses just oozing. Yeah. We took it down. We took it out to the quarries and 4x4 with it. Hammy, go sit down.
I used to take my little Renault Encore down a particular road here in Norwich.
Renault.
And
go away. Go away.
There was a spot in Norwich, and I'm not going to tell anybody where because I'm not going to hurt the youth of America, where the road dipped sharply.
I was going to say, are you talking about the dip hop?
Yep.
That fucking whoop, the one we caught air off of?
Yep. So we would what happened, Lynch, was this stretch of road was slightly, it was basically flat. It went slightly up, and then it would drop sharp. So we take this little 1985 Renault Encore, pack it full of kids from the neighborhood, fire that bitch up, drop some off at the corner, and then we'd take off, and we would catch air coming off of that drop. And these kids thought it was the greatest thing ever. The suspension didn't blow.
I think I know. I think I know where that was.
That thing died because the head gasket blew.
Every fucking car that we could get our hands on down that road.
That's right. That is right.
All right. Do we have a question too?
We do.
Please, because I'm tired of talking about this.
I could talk about cars all night.
I could too. Question 2. Best guitarist ever.
Who's starting? Me?
Yeah, go. Because I can see homeboy up top losing his shit, having to make a quick decision.
Yeah, same here. I mean, best technical guitarist, Steve Vai. Burns?
Fuck. Because I have a favorite living, a favorite dead, and then there's the best, in my opinion, that ever walked God's green earth.
Send it.
So, King Edward, Eddie Van Halen.
There you go.
Could play anything. Could play anything.
J.R. Hendricks wasn't as good a guitarist as everybody gives him credit for. What Jimmy was good for was fucking up and making it look like he meant to do it.
And it sounded great. I'll give him Santana, and Slash is kind of well, come see, come saw. I can't put again, that's his opinion. I'm not going to take it away from him.
Yeah, no. I will totally give Carlos Santana. Could take that superlative. Absolutely.
He plays a riff and you feel it like in your chest, and you're like, oh, but with Ed, like I'm even talking about him and all the hair on my arm is standing up. It's Ed. It's King Edward. It's Saint Edward, Eddie Van Halen. There's no one like him. No one.
Yeah. I went this is actually where the list came from. It was a rehash of a video that I watched. It was the 3.5 minutes that Prince played when they inducted
while my guitar gently weeps.
When they inducted George Harrison.
What night did you watch? What night did you watch that?
I watched that. I don't know what night it was.
Within the last week?
Yeah.
I purposely put that on just to show Megan. Friday or Saturday night. And the first half of the video, she's like, they're not, is that Prince? Why are they not focusing on Prince? I said, give it a minute. You'll see why.
Well, yeah, because they start in and then Prince just takes the end. And and that was the video, is like when Prince forgot he was human for 3 minutes. And because he wasn't human, he was a god. But just what he pulled out and that just, it's fucking amazing what he does with that solo in that song and that induction ceremony.
And it's not bad for a guy who never took a lesson in his fucking life, on any instrument,
who never formally trained and is self-taught on everything he fucking plays. Not only was the lineup that was on stage was amazing, but you kind of could have just had Prince on the stage for 3.5 minutes and just done his solo. with a backing tape, and you would have elicited the same emotional response, guttural, like you can feel it. You can feel you can feel the guitar cry when he played that solo. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
you
we got
hear what George was trying to say.
Oh yeah, we got a couple in the comment section. We got Kirk Hammett. JR wants to know who's the guy from AC/DC. That's Angus Young. The most pedestrian guitar player ever in the history of players or guitars. You want to hear the same riff over and over again? Buy an AC/DC record.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's all very rudimentary and similar. Yeah, I mean,
3 or 4 chord rock and roll.
Yeah, they weren't they were not technically imaginative, but they could play C chord that crack your ribs. So
right
now the beginning of Thunderstruck was very well done.
Oh yeah,
it's a simple guitar riff that he did really, really well.
And JR has a question. JR has a question. You want to throw that on the screen because I think this will hit you guys more than it'll hit me. But next question is in the fields. What best memory with a parent?
Oh boy, I have a couple.
You get one. It's the best.
I'll shoot it out because it's right here in the top of my head. My wedding day, when my dad just kind of snuck up behind me with a cigarette and whispered in my ear, "Congratulations, kid. I love you, and you picked a good one."
There you go. Awesome.
That was it. It just made me feel really, really good.
That's fucking beautiful. All right, Herminator.
I don't know as if I can honestly say there's a best moment with a parent. I don't know if that's because it's still relatively close. All of them.
Okay.
Yeah, and having been there, Herm, if you had asked me this 8 years ago, I'd be crying like a baby right now because
I'm tearing up right now.
I know. I feel it in my gut for you. It hits different when you're 10 years past because now I've had time.
No, I know it does.
I've had time to go through that. I'm still grieving, and you're going to grieve for a long time. It never goes away. It takes a little bit longer for it to hit me, but I feel what you're going through, man, and that's a beautiful sentiment right there, man.
There it is.
Dead ass no cap.
Yeah, right, for real. Fuck you, JR, for asking this question. You are banned from the show. Mine would be, and they were separate, and they collectively, it's one memory, but it's two different people. My mom flew up from Florida when my daughter was born. She was among the first people to meet Emma when Emma hit the ground running. And then a couple months later, we took a trip to Florida, and to see my dad, hold his first blood grandchild. And we had to pry Emma out of his hands on a nightly basis to put her to sleep. And he was just right there. Terry says so many memories with her mom, but the best thing my dad did was officially adopt her 4 years ago. And that was amazing for her. I know it was.
That's good shit right there.
All right, JR, JR says, mine is the day my papa died and he wouldn't talk to anyone but me. And all he would say is, "I love you, son. Take care, Nana." Dude, I love the question. Thank you so much. Ryan says, when my stepdad took me to Cooperstown. Fantastic answer. Everybody's got one. I thought this was going to be fun. Now I want to quit and never come back.
Fuck you.
All right, so here we go. Next question.
All right.
Pound for pound, who do you think is the best boxer ever?
Ooh.
George Foreman.
I gotta hear why.
I do too. I need to hear why on this one.
He wasn't the most stylish or classiest boxer.
JR, here. Let me clarify it. Ever.
All time.
It's ever. Everything is ever. Ever.
See, again, I have multiple answers for this. I'm just thinking
one.
Heavyweight. He was a heavyweight. He wasn't the best technical boxer. He wasn't pretty. It was just pure fucking strength. And just, you could tell he had a job to do. And his job was to make sure that guy on the other side of the ring was down on that mat, either by points or by knockout. Same can be said about Tyson. I think that's a tie between the two right there, Mike Tyson or George Foreman.
Okay.
I'm gonna Herm it and say Tyson and Foreman. Tyson just for sheer brutality. Foreman because he worked hard for it.
I'm going a different direction because Herm got up. The first name that came to my head was Tyson, but then I have to think back at the way, like you said, Tyson's brute force. I could go with Ali, but Ali, you know, it could go either way. You can go, right, you can go Rocky Marciano, but for me, he beat Joe Louis's ass. But for me, the answer to that question is the real deal, Evander Holyfield.
There's really not a wrong answer in this one because everybody looks at boxing.
Well, no, there isn't a wrong answer. It's who do you think is, and like for me, when I was growing up, my dad really liked Muhammad Ali, but I thought Marvelous Marvin Hagler was the
so
baddest
smooth
motherfucker on the planet when I was
so
kid.
smooth.
So smooth, talks nice, didn't talk like he was dad. He didn't go and fuck nobody. He was just talking to people, and he was.
And then that fight with Sugar Ray where he got jobbed out of the decision.
Right. Well,
I was just gonna say
that's kind of where I was going. He lost that fight. They had to physically carry Sugar Ray out, exhausted on a stretcher, and meanwhile Hagler standing over there in the corner like, I don't even need a fucking towel to wipe sweat.
Well, if you remember the 14th and 15th round of that fight, that, you know, Sugar Ray comes out and he's doing the and he's just wearing fucking Hagler out. Hagler has that fight won until those last two rounds. Yeah. The points go to Sugar Ray, and you're right, they did. They all helped him to the back.
I mean, Sugar Ray Hagler walked out the ring. They had to carry Sugar Ray back. He was exhausted. He just couldn't. It's a good thing I watched that fight. And we all got together and pitched in, and somebody, I don't know how they got it, but we were on the 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C. when that fight happened, and somebody, I don't know how, got the fight in their room, and we had like 30 guys in the fucking room watching that fight. But yeah, Marvin Hagler was he was something fun to watch.
I can't argue that. Guys in that generation, when we were growing up, Sugar Ray, Marvin Hagler, those guys were, they were fun to watch.
Just like you got the Alexis Arguellos, and you've got Ray Mancini and fucking
Vinny Paz.
Yeah, I was gonna say who was the guinea from Providence?
Vinny Pazienza, yeah.
Yeah. Well, his brain is like fucking mashed potatoes now, man. Well,
did you watch his documentary?
I did.
Yeah, he's
he's out there, man. It's out there. He scrambled eggs.
The slope is happening. As long as he doesn't go.
It's sad. It's sad. After we're seeing what happened to Muhammad Ali. CTE is a real thing.
Yep. JR says, wait, I just lost my comment section. There it is. JR says Caleb Plant, Butterbean, and Mayweather. I got a problem with Mayweather, but that's a different story for a different time.
I got a problem with Butterbean.
Ryan Springer says Tyson. Yeah. All right. Did somebody say Ali? No,
he's on that list. I'm sure. Just not.
Without question.
Ali was more of a showman. Dance like a butterfly, sting when I pee type of whatever that phrase was. He said.
Leon said Ali. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, I know I saw it somewhere, but he was a good boxer. Anyway,
have y'all ever watched Plant fight? This kid is insane. Send us a link. We'll watch it. I'm not sure it's going to change any of our minds, but we'll watch it. A good fighter is a good fighter. Hell, Lynch and I went and saw a bunch of other beat the shit out of each other.
JR's a Titans fan. I mean, He's already shown he can't pick winners to begin with.
Oh, leave the poor man alone.
That's why I wore this. That's why I wore this hat tonight.
Hey, didn't
Go Buckeyes?
But doesn't the Titans have a better record than the Patriots right now, or are they both just as bad?
Yeah, but
I'm not looking.
Who here's a Patriots fan and cares?
Nah, not anymore.
Oh, okay.
Just
I mean, I root for the New England teams no matter what. Giants, New England, the Jets, Philadelphia, this East Coast area I represent. So I love football. I don't love a team.
Fuck the Giants and fuck East Rutherford, New Jersey.
And I love the game of the fucking Diaz brothers.
Yeah, fuck the Falcons for losing again.
Yes. Oh my God, did that not suck?
This weekend set a record for the most games won by a field goal in NFL history. I'm ashamed that my team is a part of that. It is what it is. Next question.
All right. First of all, Ryan Springer is officially banned from the show.
Yeah, Ryan is. You're not allowed.
Geo Saints
likely ask you to leave.
How do you say that? You say that gay saints or
gay saints? Yes,
the gay saints. Yay!
You know, like when you call him a fag, you're not really saying he's homosexual. He's just a fag.
Yeah,
what's the name I said today? Look, you cannot call retarded people retards. You use the word retards for your friends when they're acting retarded.
Correct. And we do it all the damn time.
You know,
there have been times I've been standing with Lynch and he said something half goofy, and I'm like, dude, how long you been retarded?
Have you been retarded all day, or is it just
about 30 seconds
now?
It's presenting itself late in life.
Yep.
All right.
Next question.
In your opinion, what's the best holiday?
Oh man. I gotta flip a coin. I gotta flip a coin on this one because there's two that just get me right here. So I'm gonna go with the one coming up. I'm gonna go with Thanksgiving. There's nothing better than enjoying just a great meal with people you love, whether they're friends or family, and just enjoying the fellowship and the camaraderie, and it's just amazing. JR came in with my 50-50 4th of July. We celebrate the independence of the greatest country on the planet. Ryan Springer, 4th of July, even though he's banned from the show and he's still commenting, which means he doesn't listen to direction, but you're allowed to stay. We appreciate people who buck the system. What, 4th of July?
Yeah, July 4th is Walter's birthday.
He's going to be in a wheelchair and portrayed by Tom Cruise in 5 years.
He was born on the 4th of July. Yes, he was.
There you go.
Go ahead, please. If you would ask me 40 years ago, I would say Christmas, but I'm with you, Burns. I like I'm more of a Thanksgiving guy. Again, for the same reasons. A lot of time, I think you came to one of our Thanksgivings, didn't you? A long time ago with Emma.
I did. That's correct.
And the offer was put out there, and Megan says, anybody who's doesn't have a immediate family that they're going to be with? And I said, I can ask Burns and Emma. And to me, it's a Friendsgiving because I've also had other friends during Thanksgivings. If we're hosting, I put the invite out there. Like I put I put the invite out for some guys I went to rehab with who may not have.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that term because, whether it's friends or family, it's about fellowship and it's about being together and showing your love to the other people. Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving, whatever. It's still, at the end of the day, it's still Thanksgiving. You're thankful for these people. You're thankful for your life, what you have, what you may not have, what you want. It's a wonderful holiday to me.
It is. Christmas has become too commercialized, and it's all about money and it kind of disillusions little kids as what the real meaning of Christmas really truly was.
Well, I don't think that's the holiday. I think that's the parents
and the world around.
I think the problem in the world in general is that it's very commercialized. I think the problem is too many people fall into that. You don't have to do that. Like
No, but most people do. They fall into
we
that trap.
We like to, and we've had some. We have pretty good Christmases at the Herman house, but we've had some really fucking lean ones. But for me, the holiday would be Christmas. And it's not because, well, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Eve at Herm's house are all the same, are all kind of the same. The table is full. Everybody's invited.
Yep.
The house is open and there's plenty of food to feed everybody. For me, it was always Christmas because of the kids.
Well, for me, Christmas when I was a kid was really special because my dad's mother went all out. Christmas was my Christmas was an entire week of preparing.
Yes,
cookies.
Yes, it was
the cookies, the baked goods.
Like it was literally preparation starting at Thanksgiving.
Like the day after Thanksgiving.
Well, yeah, like she would start buying things she knew that she was going to need in 3 weeks for the Christmas meal, for frozen or this. Like she'd start prepping for Christmas when she started Thanksgiving, and it was completely prepped that whole week. There was a week of baking. There was pies getting made early. There was trays of cookies that had to be passed out.
I can't tell you the varieties of cookies, baked goods, and candies that my grandmother would hand make and spend almost an entire month. And it was always Christmas Eve at 4:00 was dinner.
Yeah, my mother would make
the kids
batches
open
of cookies and freeze them, and then like just before Christmas, pull them all out and start making fucking cellophane bow wrapped massive cookie trays, dude, and just start like passing them out.
That whole season, and let me throw this in here. That whole season, whether it's cold outside or not, is about warmth. Stop it. That's been canceled. It's about warmth. It really is. And it's about, just treating the people you care about the very best, treating them the very best. And, I've been to Herm's place. I've been to Lynch's place. I've been to Mark's place. I've been home for the holidays with my family, who are now all down in Florida. Man, nothing beats the Thanksgiving to New Year's to me. Terry said Halloween, and I get it.
For her, it definitely is Halloween.
But Halloween is a special time because it's a bit of an escapism, but it also signifies, hey, the best is yet to come. This is like the kickoff. Woo! Halloween is the Daytona 500 of holidays. It kicks off the season.
Right. It's like right. It's like yes.
And I like all the creepy
and
shit.
Just and I'm gonna say this just for because I have a wife that I have a wife that has informed me that she's already spent an obscene amount of money on the Christmas table decorations stuff, and that Christmas is going to vomit all over my house. And it's going to happen soon. And I'm fine with that. And I just like to remind everybody that all the decorations hung up for Christmas prior to Thanksgiving. I'd like to remind you that none of those decorations changed the way my turkey tastes. And none of those decorations change what I'm thankful for. So
fucking prick.
Go for it and hang your shit up.
Horse shit.
And it doesn't change how your turkey tastes.
Horse shit. You wait to hang up your shit till after Thanksgiving. Let the turkey have its day. For fuck's sake.
See, in my house, it comes from Vietnam because
okay,
my dad came home from when he came home from Vietnam, basically wanted to set the Christmas tree up in like August.
I can understand that.
He'd been in Vietnam for 4 years and hadn't seen fucking Christmas in a very long time. So it was all my mom could do to stop him from not setting the Christmas tree up the day after Halloween. He started planning it. She finally got him to wait till the day after Thanksgiving. But Thanksgiving Day, when they first got together in the first few years we were alive, the Christmas tree on Thanksgiving Day was ready and staged in the living room while everybody else was doing dinner.
Dude, dude's a
our
warrior.
house, it happens early, and it just felt right.
You know me, I'm always going to give props to your old man. One of the finest men I've ever met, Lynch's father, same thing. Dude, your old man is and was and always will be a warrior. And like I said about Lynch's dad, I'm saying about yours now, fucking legend, bro. Fucking legend.
Straight up.
Let's get to the next question.
God,
we're getting sappy. By the way, the opinions expressed here on a Dysfunction Junction from our heart don't necessarily represent the assholes we really are.
Yeah.
All right, here it is.
Everybody's an asshole. We're just wrapped a little differently.
Correct.
Erect.
Best Gatorade flavor.
Lime
Original.
cucumber. Done.
Original.
Fuck you.
Original.
Lime
powder,
cucumber.
Original.
Lime cucumber.
Mm-hmm.
Is there such a thing?
Do you know how I know you're gay?
You drink lime cucumber Gatorade.
Do you want to know how I know you're gay?
Go ahead, please. Let me know.
Where in the fuck do you get cucumber lime?
Well, cucumber lime. Like he's a yoga bitch. That's like it's water.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this: when I'm out doing laundry,
cucumber and mint.
You're out. Shut. See, it's not Wednesday. I can't say it.
Shut up, Herm.
You're out. Thank you. You're out doing a lawn job. That is one of the best, refreshing, and I don't know what about it. When I was working at PCC, we'd go across the street on lunch and get those microwave big as sandwiches.
Those are amazing. Those are the best.
Yeah. But we looked over and we go to the Gatorade because it's fucking 95 degrees outside. It's 110 degrees in the factory. We're buying Gatorade like it's going out of style. We kept that Shell station open just from Gatorade sales. And my buddy goes, Chris, you willing to try this? I'm like, what is it? He goes, cucumber lime Gatorade. I'm like, sure, grab me one. It was his day to buy Gatorade. Dude, I drank that and it was like, this is the best thing I've ever tasted. The cucumber is slight. The lime comes through huge. It's like, and it doesn't have that weird waxy aftertaste that some of the other Gatorades have. It is so clean. And right now, you can get your lime cucumber Gatorade at Chucky's in Norwich, right by the bowling alley. Get it done. Try it. Herm, you might have to try to find it at some bodega near you.
Oh, they have it here.
So do
you
try
think
it?
They don't have you think in this town full of Mexicans they don't have cucumber lime Gatorade?
So do you pull the short shorts out of the crack of your ass when you're done drinking that and go back to mowing the lawn?
I rub my nipples to make sure they don't chafe, and then I go forward.
You gotta put the Band-Aids on like the runners do.
I didn't think about that.
No, I like the original, and I loved the original powder when I was a kid.
Oh.
I love Tang. Tang was my.
I do too, and that's why I love Tang, and that's why my favorite Gatorade flavor is the orange.
The orange is a close second. Original orange, and then whatever blue is, the new blue flavor.
Yeah, it's called gay raspberry.
Yeah.
Okay, cucumber lime.
It's gay berry. It's gay berry.
Make sure you pull the cock out of your mouth. Make sure you pull the cock out of your mouth before you start drinking your cucumber lime Gatorade.
When you try it, you're gonna be hooked. You're gonna be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I fucked with you."
All right,
like,
I'll make a pinky promise to you. On my way to work tomorrow, I will stop, and I'll try to find a store. If the one across from PCC Structurals sells it, I'll buy it because I go there every day, almost.
Okay.
Or every other day. That's where I get my gas if I'm running out of gas because he's cheap.
It's not.
He's a nice guy.
Okay, it's not nitro trimidium, bright glowing green. It's a very subtle green color.
No, it's kind of like a soft pastel green. It's like seafoam green.
You're gonna like the color behind you.
Gay.
Or I'm not making it sound. I'm not making it sound gay. I'm just describing its true gayness.
This is the best.
That's what I'm saying, Johnny. You're sucking dick. You're calling me gay? No, it's blatantly obvious.
Can we go to the next question, please?
My mother called me gay once.
Once.
All
right. Best vacation you ever took?
Catamaran cruise through St. Martin for 2 weeks. We hit 8 islands.
Wow.
Tied with Dublin, tied with Ireland.
Yeah, mine's a tie. The first one, fuck who I went with. I could give a shit less. Charlotte Motor Speedway, getting to walk the track and touch the track and doing the tour and just thinking the whole time, I wish my grandfather were here because he's the guy that got me into racing. And my ex-girlfriend, it used to be my banner picture on Facebook. I didn't know she was watching me, and I walked to where the beginning of turn 1 is, and I just leaned down and I touched a track and I said a little prayer for my grandfather, and she caught it.
I remember that picture.
And
I remember that picture.
Yeah, to me, I was like, okay, this is it. I wish my granddad were here because we went to Daytona together. He and I. He got me into racing, so that was one. And
say hi, Hammy. Say
hi, Hammy.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
I'm a good boy.
He says,
Hammy, give me some love, yo.
He says, Burns, you're gay.
Oh, stop it. You lick your own ass. Stop it.
I don't lick my own ass.
No, Hammy does. The second one would be years ago, another ex-girlfriend of mine and almost her entire family drove up to Canada and stayed at a cabin that their family had and fished all weekend, played cards all weekend, drank all weekend. It was just, you are so far from civilization in Kinmount, Canada. You're only 20 miles from Toronto, but it feels like you are 7 years from civilization. It was just, you were closed off with people you cared about, and we had so much fun. And I'll never forget that trip. It was fun. I got to teach my nephew Jacob how to fish. I brought my dog with me, which I didn't know at the time. I had to bring all the papers to get Beavis across the border, so we hid Beavis under a bunch of blankets. So we crossed the border. What are you bringing?
I'm just curious. Like his vaccination shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta. Yeah. If you're crossing the Canadian border, you got.
Yep. So we're looking at the sign going across the Canadian border. Is like, oh shit. I didn't know we had to bring Beavis vaccination. I didn't know we had to bring this. And like,
put him in a truck.
Eric, my buddy, still to this day, one of my greatest friends, says, "Don't worry, I got this." So he had Beavis next to him while I was driving. He just wrapped the blanket around him and then pulled his son closer, so it looked like the blanket was like their divider.
Part of their divider.
Yeah, and Beavis loved Eric. Beavis loved Jacob. And they just sat there. It's like, you have anything? Nope. You got any of this? No. You got any animals? No. Okay, go. We got 10 minutes across the border to where you exchange your money and you get your gimmick shirts and gimmick hats. And the first thing we did, get the leash. Somebody go take Beavis to take a shit. So, they just thought, oh, that dog must have cleared. It's okay. He's shitting on Canadian soil, whatever. It was awesome. Herm, your turn.
Best vacation I ever took would be the week that we went to Jamaica.
Jamaica, man.
Jamaica.
We went in Jamaica.
We went and did a week in an all-inclusive resort.
So it was gay.
No, it was not gay. It was not gay. I mean, it was Jamaica.
It was all-inclusive.
So, yeah, it was all inclusive. And that meant like all the titties on the beach were out. Because Jamaica is where a lot of Europeans and Italians and some of those from that western coast of Europe there, Jamaica. I mean, it was a Dutch colony. There's lots of Europeans and English there. But you get a lot of Europeans down there that vacation, and basically they're just topless.
Beautiful.
The food was amazing. I couldn't walk 50 feet without hitting a bar. There was a bar that you could sit on the stool in the water in the pool to swim up to. Swim up bar. They had swim up. Waitresses would swim your drinks out to you at the pool. There was food it was food 24/7. You could wake up at 2:30 in the morning and be like, I want a ham sandwich, and you could go get one. Something was open. There was food. It was amazing. It was really amazing. Like and the cocaine that we found from the guy in the shack that was doing lobsters on the beach was superb. It was superb.
I have a funny story.
It was still fucking wet. That was that fresh.
I have a funny story about cocaine.
I do too.
We were on our honeymoon down in the Bahamas, and it's like our second or third night there. We were there for 8 days, and I walk into the shitter of this kind of greasy, it's like a dive bar. I walk up to the urinal, I pull my zipper down, and this big fucking black guy walks up next to me and goes, "Want to blow?"
And I'm gay.
I said, "Excuse me? Want blow?" I'm like, "No, good, I'm all set." And I thought he was asking me for a blowjob. I don't know. He puts a packet of cocaine back in his pocket. I'm like, I'm good, thank you. Get back out, Megan. We have to go.
I'll be right back.
Oh shit, he's leaving. What the fuck? I'll read Ryan's comment. JR says Cabo San Lucas. If you've been to Cabo, did you visit Sammy Hagar's bar? Always wanted to go, never been, but I want to go.
Tequila.
Ryan says my parents took myself and my sister up the East Coast to see every lighthouse in Canada, then drove down to Key West. We saw every lighthouse. At the time, I hated it, but now I appreciate it. See, that to me is a perfect answer. That is amazing. Yeah. Good job, Ryan.
Yeah, what I like,
still banned from the show.
What I loved most about the catamaran cruise that we went on with my father-in-law, it was 2 weeks on a sailboat, and when there were a couple nights where we did long overnight sails, and like the third night there, the captain said, "You want to stay up with me tonight and drive the boat?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah! That's fucking cool."
Fuck yeah!
Not a stitch of wind. So we were engine power the whole night. But I've never in my life, besides on a sailboat in the middle of the Caribbean.
I'm on a boat, motherfucker.
And in Barbados, when we were in Barbados, been able to lie on the bed of a catamaran and look up and see so many stars in my entire life.
Good job, Forrest.
No, dude, it was amazing. I've never seen a sky so black, painted with so many fucking stars. Oh, fuck your racism.
That's racist.
But there were white stars.
That sky was wearing blackface. Ooh. All right, next question.
All right, let's see. Next question is, what's the best Halloween candy?
Almond Joy. I'm never gonna sway. Shut the fuck up. I'm never gonna sway. Almond Joy. And on that note, I'm gonna go see if the Jamaican guy's in the bathroom to give me free blow. Excuse me.
Now this comes from when I was a kid, but it's squirrel nut zippers. You remember those, Herm?
No.
They came wrapped in a little yellow cellophane, had a red stripe across it with a little squirrel holding the nut. And it was basically caramel with a little bit of peanut butter down the middle and crushed nuts. It's still to this day my favorite candy on the planet. But you got to go
All right. So my candy preference for something like that is bit of honey.
I love bit of honey. That's what led.
Suck on them and let them go away until all you have is the little tiny bit of the little bit of peanut rolling around in your mouth.
That one little nugget. That one little nugget. I love bit of honey.
Yeah, those are always great. My mom always had those.
My grandmother always had those.
There's a bag of those. There's a bag of those here when she passed. I ate them for a while. My go-to, my favorite Halloween candy is $100, and I'm gonna go old school on this. It's $100,000 bar.
Oh, I love those. Oh, those are so good. The 100 grands. Oh,
Yeah, they changed it to 100 grand for a while, but yeah, it's 100. That was the $100,000 bar.
I remember those.
Like I was talking with one of the younger girls at work. She's 22, 23, and
I'm not gay, Terry. I love those.
That's fucked up. I was telling her how like what you guys get for candy now is in the same. Like what you guys get for Halloween candy sucks. Like when we were kids, the Halloween sized candy was half of a candy bar.
Yeah, it was like this big.
It was half a full size. Like you bought Almond Joys, and the Halloween Almond Joys was just one of the two that normally came in the pack. It was the coconut, and it had 2 almonds on it, and that was it. And then they came out with the fun size.
Yeah,
and now they have
kiss my ass
and minis. But like when we were kids, like Halloween candy was half of the fucking candy bar.
Right.
Yeah, and Reese's. I'm not going to say it wrong. Reese's peanut butter cups.
Thank you.
Reese's peanut butter cups was just one of the big cup instead of 2. Now they're just fucking big. They're like a quarter. Not even. They're like a nickel. Fucking cheap bastards.
Well, yeah. I mean, you always had the little ones that we got at like Christmas.
Wrapped in the foil, and the Hershey Kisses in the red, white, red, green colors.
Not just that the Halloween candy size is. It's still one. It's still one. The problem is that they're they're a third smaller.
Yeah, and they charge exorbitantly more for that. I was walking through Walmart right before Halloween, and it's like $27 for a big ass bag of candy.
Is that breaking your fucking balls looking at that?
It busts my butt. I remember going to get Halloween candy for like $5, and you got 2 bags when I was a little kid. Yeah, and they were big bags, and the almost full size candy bar.
Dude, when I was living in Brooklyn, I would go over to the brand new Walmart, get 2 big bags of candy, expecting that kids would come over, which means I went to a sugar coma from Halloween till Thanksgiving, and I got 2 huge bags of like assorted gimmick candy at like $6 a bag, and like you said, now at $20-something. Fuck you.
Oh, all right. We got to call out Terry here. She's calling me super gay, and her favorite Halloween candy is candy corn.
She has eaten that trash since I've known her. I don't know why.
No.
She's in a fucking jar under her bed year round, like fucking rabbit food.
Terry didn't call you super gay. I went over and hit her computer while I went upstairs.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, well, yeah. Fuck you, Burns.
Yes, but Terry's favorite Halloween candy is that fucking crack. Is candy corn. Yes.
I'll give you credit. If you willingly put that in your body, there's something special about you.
You deserve whatever you get.
I'm just saying. I'll eat it if it's there.
Like Ted Lasso. You do whatever you like.
You do what you gotta be like.
All right. Next question.
All right. Next question.
Is Lynch gay? No.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You're
shy. You're not gay. You're shy. You're like almost gay.
Shy.
Clearly shy.
He's definitely.
There's a long story. Someday we'll share that story with you, Herm. But that has been a running joke for about 20 years now. It is hilarious.
Right. Best place you've ever celebrated New Year's Eve?
I know. I got my answer. Go ahead, Lynch.
New York City. Tied with Boston. New York City was the first time I ever did New Year's Eve in New York City. I was 18 years old, and I went with a bunch of older people, like in their mid-20s to like 21, and it was probably the most raucous, unbelievably ridiculous New Year's Eve I've ever been to, and to watch the ball drop in Times Square once in my life. I went a second time, but I had to tend to a sick girlfriend and bring her to the emergency room because she ate something bad. I warned her about eating it. I told her, don't eat that. It's too cheap. She ate it anyway. I had to walk her to her walk-in clinic in downtown Manhattan on New Year's Eve. That was so much fucking fun.
You don't eat gas station sushi. Stop it.
Well, and you don't eat shrimp in the desert. I have a story about that someday.
Okay.
So,
all right.
What am I supposed to do then?
Well, you're not quite in the
Whatever,
desert.
whatever you want.
Have you looked at the Front Range? Have you
I've seen pictures.
It's all desert.
Ryan, I like your answer. That was a New Year's Eve that I had like that with my roommate at the time after I got divorced, my buddy Jim, who we've mentioned on the show about 6,000 times. Yeah,
Dude.
New Year's Eve, dude, and we went out in the middle of the road and shot off fireworks, and then people, because I had just come back from New Hampshire Motor Speedway earlier that year. You always stop off at Phantom Fireworks, load a bag, you're holding them for a special occasion. He's like, what's more special than New Year's Eve? We're outside with the watch. 5, 4, 3. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Nobody blinked an eye because we lived in the ghetto. So fuck it.
In the ghetto.
That's not my favorite. My favorite was Madison Square Garden, which I should have known because everybody's in Times Square. We took the train in, which comes in right underneath. Go to the garden. I spent New Year's Eve 1997 with Kiss.
Wow.
And to this day, and I'm not going to tell you what I did. I had front row tickets. It's in Peter Chris's book. I think it's page 208. I got. Never mind. I'll tell the guys off the air. You guys out there don't need to know what I was doing. And I got, we didn't get caught by security, but we got caught by Peter Chris, and he wrote about it in his book. So
was that 96 into 97 or 97 into 98?
97 into 98.
All right. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, to see, not only my favorite band, but they were broadcasting live on Dick Clark's pre-stroke New Year's gimmick. And he came up on the big screen. He's like, "Hello, everybody, Happy New Year!" And we're just like, "Dude, that's Dick fucking Clark. He's talking to us, and we're live, and he's out there in the freezing cold. We're in here rocking our asses off. It was pretty fucking cool. It was really a great time.
Yeah, it was pretty raucous seeing that. It was like I actually got to see Dick Clark announce the ball drop live in front of me.
Shit,
it was really cool. It was really, really cool.
We could use another guy like Dick Clark. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, Ryan Seacrest. He does it all.
Fuck Ryan Seacrest. Terry says my mother-in-law's house, she always did lobster for the whole family. Not that I wanted to be in Colchester, LOL. I can understand that. All right, Herm, best New Year's Eve.
There was a place when I was a kid. My parents.
Are you gonna die?
No, it was the name. It was like the brother or something of the neighbor, and we used to go to their house. They had a huge house, and basically the mom would set up 2 parties. There was a complete adult party going on upstairs, and then the bottom of the house with the den and the garage was all decked out, and she basically did an entire second spread for the kids and tended to it all night. So we would go up there and watch the Dick Clark thing and just have a fucking ball and eat like kings. And then sometime after midnight, we'd all, stroll to the car and whatnot. But those are some of the best New Year's Eve get-togethers that I remember ever.
All right.
Yeah. Swinging through my house on New Year's was not a bad idea.
I've stopped by a couple of Herm's New Year's soirees. Never stayed for the ball.
There's food there.
Oh, dude! First of all, if you know Herm, there's always food. Second, if you know Herm, and you like, hey, I'm here. He goes, you want a beer? You open his fridge and it's like 4 different kinds of beers. You'll find one you like. Who gives a shit?
There's bottles of liquor on the counter. Just pour what you want. I don't give a fuck.
Drink up, motherfucker.
Yeah, I stopped going out on New Year's Eve right around 95, 90, 96.
Around your 45th birthday.
No. Yeah, fuck you. No. I had gone out to a friend's house, and the sober driver dropped me off, and a fucking drunk driver ran into him and killed him after riding off. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you win.
I was like, yeah, no, this is amateur night. So we tend to stay in on New Year's, but every New Year's since it's just me and Megan. We stay up, we watch the wall, we kiss, say we love each other, and we go to bed.
So she lies to you.
Yeah, basically, she's a good actress.
All right.
Put her up for one of them Academy Awards.
All right, next question.
All right, let's see. All right, who is the best action movie star?
Oh, fuck! All right, I had a similar question. If you ran out, but best action star, pound for pound, Sylvester Stallone. Can't beat it.
I was gonna go Schwarzenegger.
All right, the two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, I mean, both prolific earlier in their career with action movies, back to back. Like True Lies is one of my favorite movies ever. I love that movie. If not only for the scene of Jamie Lee Curtis dancing in a thong. Just saying.
Well, isn't that gorgeous? Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, Ryan Springer comes up. He is really good in John Wick. Those movies are fucking phenomenal action movies.
Okay,
fucking phenomenal.
Full disclosure, I had never seen a John Wick movie until a couple months ago. I was hanging out with Mark, and I don't know why we were hanging out on an odd. It wasn't Sunday. There was no football. There was no NASCAR. Just hanging out with Mark. He goes, "You want to watch John Wick 4?" I'm like, "I haven't seen the first 3." "Oh, just watch this one. It'll catch you up." So yeah, I can totally buy Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
But to watch number 4 first, and then having gone back in the last couple months and watched the other ones, wow, it's fucking fantastic. And the Matrix, Constantine, the whole thing. No, Ryan, you're in.
Speed.
Terry likes Vin Diesel. Speed, the first Speed, amazing.
Yeah.
But he didn't do a lot of action until toward the end.
Yeah, but still, I mean, he's like
What about Point Break?
Point Break was a great movie.
All right, we got
Don't watch the remake.
No, absolutely not. We got Stallone, we got Schwarzenegger. It's up to the round mound of sound to settle this up.
I went with Jackie Chan.
Oh,
all right.
Oh, you can go all Jackie Chan or Jet Li.
Yeah, but
both had huge action movie based in their home country.
Nobody puts their body into it like Jackie
Chan. I mean, nobody will insure him. Nobody.
No, of course not.
He has to self-insure.
You'd have to go to Mutual of Fuck You to get Jackie Chan insured.
Yeah, I mean, he does just some of the most amazing fucking self stunts, and yeah.
There's some There's some documentaries on YouTube about him, and to see what motherfucker broke his head and got up and did a second take because he didn't do it right.
Yeah, and yeah, like he impaled himself in his skull and redid it, and then went to the hospital.
They put a wig on him to hide the
wound.
with
a gauze pad and fucking packed it.
And he said, "Let's do it again." Oh, what? Dude, you're bleeding. Your head is open.
Are you okay? Jackie always okay. I've seen that documentary.
Yeah.
As they're fixing him up, Jackie, you okay? Jackie always okay.
Always okay.
Oh wow.
Sheik always positive.
That's right. Sheik always positive. You know what? My goal before the end of the year, I want Coco Beware to come on this show and just tell Sheik stories. That's it. Hi, it's Coco Beware, and all you're here to do is tell fucking Sheiky baby stories.
That'd be awesome.
Listen, I could do that.
Hey, remember that time? You remember that time I wrestled Butch Reed? Yeah, that's great. Tell more Sheik stories.
Because they're endless.
All right, so I heard him snap a can. Lich, we're gonna play a new game called "What Are You Dipping?"
I am dipping my traditional Copenhagen snuff.
Oh, coffee grounds dipped in stale beer.
Yes,
I have Kodiak Wintergreen.
That's my second to go to.
No,
if I'm really first, they don't come out with it all the time. It's a long cut, but it's Copenhagen Black.
Yes,
I love that. I used to buy it
yeah.
I used to buy it by the sleeve when I worked at the casino. Me and this guy
Yep.
Eric, he found it and he's like, "Dude, I'm addicted." And then they just stopped. They just stopped, and it sneaks back
Yeah,
out
they
into
did.
the market every once in a while. I'm like, "Dude, do you have? Tell me you have a sleeve of those." Oh, I have 2 sleeves. I'll take them both.
You got any more of that Copenhagen Black?
Yeah, come on with that Copenhagen
All right.
Black.
Next question.
All right, next question, and I'm going to go first. Seeing as we
Go ahead.
had the best action hero question, here's the follow-up. What is the best Rocky movie? And my answer is going to be Rocky 3.
Oh,
All right,
I'll be right back.
I really have to think about this one. So Lynch is going to have to go.
I'm gonna go with 2. I'm gonna go with 2.
Fuck. All right. I love the first. I can see Ryan coming up in the comments with Rocky 1. I love 2. I love 3. I can tolerate 4. I watch 5 out of spite just to piss myself off.
Well, see, is the 5 the one where he gives his speech to his son? It's not about how.
No.
Which
5
one
is
is
the
that?
one. 5 is the one where he trains Tommy Morrison.
Oh, so which one is the one where
That's Rocky Balboa.
it's not? It's no. He's young. The kid is
Yeah,
young.
yeah. Oh, what speech are you talking about? The life
It's
gets
not-
hard, and
Yeah, it's not about how. It's not about how hard
that's
you get
Rocky.
hit. It's how.
That's going to be my choice. Is going to be Rocky Balboa because he's lost almost everything, but he keeps going. And the kid has a good job, and the kid is like every entitled prick you've ever seen, ever in the history of ever. And he gives that speech outside the restaurant in the street, and the kid goes, "All right, I get it now."
Well, that
And
speech to me, that speech alone makes that movie.
absolutely, that's
because
why
I mean, it's probably his best acting he's ever done. Because I was amazed when I saw it.
well, not only that,
I put it off. Yeah, it's a comeback for Rocky, the character Rocky Balboa. All right, I'll watch it, and it's better than I thought it was going to be.
yeah, and not only that,
he was so good in the movie. He was so good in that movie. But I think too, the story kind of is very strong. The first one, yeah, it's good.
I think there were too many elements in 2. He just got married. He just got his face pummeled by Apollo. They're pregnant. She has a complication with pregnancy, and she goes into a coma. He doesn't know if he wants to fight anymore. Mickey's already angry at him, tells him, "You're a bum." There are way too many things in Rocky 2. You're always going to be a bum. I think, Rocky Balboa tying the bow on the franchise, and I'm not even going to talk about the Creed movies because I call them standalone, even though Rocky's a character. Rocky Balboa put that bow on everything.
I have an admission. I haven't watched any of the Creed movies.
Oh, you'd love them. They're great. They're great.
I like Michael B. Jordan. I think he's a pretty decent actor. I don't know why I haven't watched them, but because I think Rocky Balboa kind of tied, like you said, put a bow on that storyline.
But
I will watch it eventually. But
Rocky as an ancillary character in the Creed movies, the focus is on Adonis.
Right,
Donnie. Yeah,
not.
It's not
Rocky.
on Rocky. Rocky is kind of there.
Even in the second one, the focus is on Adonis, but it's in the second movie, it's on the relationships now. Mm-hmm. Because the first one was the connection and him getting the fight. The second one is the relationships with his mother, with his wife, with Rocky, with all of the turmoil that's going on.
And without throwing, I don't know what.
He's still the center. You know what I mean?
Without throwing too many curveballs at Lynch, and I'm not going to give you a spoiler. The second Creed movie ties the Rocky franchise like completely.
Yes, it
into
completely brings it.
I know what
makes it all the same world rather than two sets of standalone stories.
I know why you're saying that because I can't avoid spoilers because they're out there everywhere.
I avoid them like the plague, bro.
I try to, bro. I try to. Especially with movies with a twist. I fucking hate it when the twist is ruined. But anyway, yeah, I'll watch them. But Rocky is one of my
It's a little
favorite.
early for that.
I'm just testing, making sure people can hear shit.
If you're gonna test, can I get some Sheiky Baby?
Yeah, I gotta check it. Give me a second.
Right.
We'll see if we got it.
All right, do your thing. Keep going, Lynch.
If you ask me what one of my favorite franchises, Rocky is one of my favorite franchises. The one with the robot, Paulie with the robot and shit is really silly and fucking stupid and goofy. But it's just it's a sign of the times that the movie was made in. So I can kind of forgive it.
There are two things about that Rocky 4 that, and the robot's one of them, where at first it's like, happy birthday, Paulie. And then Paulie teaches it to talk like a sultry hooker chick.
Yeah.
Here's your beer, Paulie. You're the best. Yo, Paulie, who taught it to talk like that? She loves me. And the second part is the meme I use every year if the Falcons get blown out. It's Duke screaming, throw the damn towel.
Throw the damn towel.
All right. Fantastic. Next question. We could do this all night. We could do a 3-hour episode if we wanted to. If Herm's got the...
Oh, I can't. I don't have the stamina. Not tonight.
Well, your wife said that.
2 pump chump.
Let's see. Best comedian ever.
Oh.
That's
George
tough.
Carlin. George Carlin.
Oh, God. I'm going to let Herm go before me.
But if I had to think a little bit harder.
Sam Kinison.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was leaning.
I'm going down my mental top 5. It's George Carlin, Lenny Bruce, Sam Kinison, Eddie Murphy, and Richard Pryor. Bill Hicks goes down to 6 or 7. Mitch Hedberg is on that list.
Oh. See, I'm go ahead, please. I'm sorry.
Dave Chappelle and Milton Berle. Milton Berle was an amazing comedian.
I'm a huge fan of Eddie Murphy, obviously. Red Fox, George Carlin, Mitch Hedberg, obviously. I'm a huge fan of Rodney Carrington. There's a guy who takes everyday situations and turns them so upside down that you can't help but laugh. I love Ron White.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of those guys, but if I had to pick like the top number 1, I just watched a clip of Red Fox the other day and it reminded me just how good and how ahead of the game he was.
Was it the one I sent in the group chat?
Yes, it was. And then
I fucking love that, man.
I went back on YouTube and found the entire show. And it was just so good. And the best part, nobody gets up, nobody leaves, nobody cries the blues, nobody yells, you're a racist or you're a bigot or you're this or you're that. You know why? Because we weren't soft-handed, titty-sensitive children of privilege. We understood that comedy is there for a reason. It's an escape.
If you're talking current day comics, Tom Segura is like number 1 on my list.
All right.
He's that ordinary guy, like you said, ordinary guy situations, and it makes it funny as fuck. And just the way his delivery is pretty spot on too.
Before Herm answers, what do you think of Sebastian Maniscalco?
I love him. I think he is probably one of the most brilliant comics. Again, he's observational, he's dark, and I mean the king of observational comedy is Jerry Seinfeld. There will be no other than Jerry. He made an entire legacy about a show about nothing. I had the opportunity to see him live at Foxwoods a couple years ago.
Speaking of Foxwoods,
all new material. and it was probably one of the best stand-up shows I've seen in my life. And I've seen
you and I just recently went and saw Dave Attell, and he had a funny show. I thought, strangely enough, I don't remember who the opener was. I thought he was funnier.
Yeah, Dave in this part of his career, he's just the kind of the sad old man.
He's the angry old man, not sad, but he's angry.
Sad / angry old man. I mean, but I still love him. I think his show was up on whatever that show was called, back on Comedy Central.
Insomniac
with Dave Attell. I thought it was a brilliant TV show. He put himself in, ask questions, kind of like Borat, ask questions that would like get your fucking ass kicked of random strangers.
I'm writing down Herm's answer. I want to see if I'm right.
Go ahead.
What?
Your favorite
Who's
comedian?
your favorite comedian? You asked the question.
Kinnison.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, Kinnison. What did you write down?
Kinnison.
Yeah. Oh man, I could go all night about comedians, man, because it's actually now I'm on a huge stand-up comic kick, and I'm kind of like absorbing as much as I can, like modern day comedy. A lot of it sucks. And I did watch a YouTube documentary about how hard it is to be a comedian post the Me Too movement, and I got to tell you, man, they suck all the fun of trying to be a comic now.
Exactly.
And I have a friend I used to work with who's doing comedy now, Matt Boisel. I'll give him a plug. He's going to be performing December 14th at the Roadhouse, Comics Roadhouse at Mohegan Sun.
Let's go.
I'm definitely considering going.
Remind me, I'll go. Fuck yeah.
But it's just so fucking hard to, like, how do you write a set without offending a certain segment of a crowd? You can't, because everybody's butthurt about everything. Everybody takes that stuff so seriously. Comedy is about going there and just turning your brain off for an hour and a half to 2 hours and just laugh. Shit's funny, laugh at it. Don't take life so seriously. Gabriel Iglesias is pretty good. Nate Bargatze is another modern comic who's pretty brilliant. I like
I like Lopez,
name?
Man.
Oh, George Lopez was great. Bill Burr.
I like Lopez.
Fuck yeah. You fuck with one bean, you fuck with the entire burrito.
Pot.
Australian guy Jim Jeffries. He's fucking ridiculously dirty. And Jimmy Carr. I like Jimmy Carr as far as a brick comedian. He's pretty brilliant.
All right. Can we
next question?
I'm having too much fun. Come on. Let's motivate Lynch. Come on, we can do this.
What?
15 minutes extra. We can do this. Rapid fire.
Okay.
Just throw them out.
I could do it.
For the people. The people are loving this. We got Rodney Dangerfield in the comments. We got Eddie Murphy in the comments. Not for real, but their answers. If Rodney Dangerfield was in the comments, I quit. That's like fucking Paranormal Activity. We're calling Two Brothers Extreme Paranormal, and we're getting our chat fucking cleansed.
This house is clean.
Lillian cannot use the phone ever again. I do that shit at work often. Oh, you think you're smart. Jonathan cannot go eat lunch at my desk ever again. Come on, Herm. Give us
hands off my shit.
Hit the bong first. Hit the bong first.
That's it.
All right, I got a couple that I came up with.
Questions.
All right, I got a couple. We're gonna go rapid fire. I have to know some of these from you guys. The best movie not many people would know about that you've ever seen, starting with Lynch.
Oh boy. Oof.
And if anybody answers Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, I will come through this screen and beat you fucking senseless.
I gotta go.
Herm, take this one so I can think for a minute.
It's a movie. It's called Rubber.
Rubber.
Is that about the tire?
Yeah.
I love that fucking movie.
Yeah.
It is so fucking ridiculously stupid.
It is so stupid, but it's a great movie. The story has legs. The way they executed the movie and made the tire like move out of the way they wanted it to, with not having a wheel in it, and they did a great job with it. And there's like 7 people on the planet that know it existed. And
we're 2
it's great. It's fucking great.
Well,
you do not go it for like, oh, I heard this might have won an Academy Award. No, it is not winning an award. But
how do you think I know about this movie?
I don't know.
Rubber.
Herm.
Rubber. Spend the money. Spend the money. Rent it. Spend the $3. Do it.
All right. Do it. While Lynch is thinking, Lynch and I have both seen this movie. I have unfortunately seen it twice. I've read a book about it. It is recently just turned 20 years old. It is Tommy Wiseau's The Room.
Oh, wow. Of course.
What a fucking train wreck of a movie.
Oh, hi,
this
Mark.
Thing was. Oh, hi, Mark. Oh, hi, Denny.
I do that all the time. I'll walk into a room and they don't know what I'm doing. I'll go, oh, hi, Beth.
Yeah, right.
Hi, Andy.
First of all, before you watch The Room,
I can't remember if I've watched it. I probably have, but I can't remember if I've watched it.
If you have not, and if you get fucked up before you watch it, it's funny as hell.
Oh yeah, and the movie theater I went and watched the 20th anniversary served beer, so I got a little tankerini while I was watching it. So not a lot, a couple beers. Watch this movie, you have to, because it's patently bad, but it's so bad that it's good. My other one, and Herm remembers it, and I want to see if Terry's still watching, if she remembers it. We rented this from Blockbuster. Yes, we're that old. It was a patently bad horror movie called Night of the Demons.
Oh,
and it was shitty.
That's a great movie, man.
Oh,
that's that's great cheese ball right there.
It is cheese. And then Night of the Demons 2 was even worse. And for bonus points, can anybody tell me what the name of the antagonist was in that movie?
Oh, I can't remember.
No. Angela. Oh, there you go.
Ryan says The Room can either be the best of the worst movie depending on how high you are. Okay, so Ryan's seen it. Wow, nice. All right, Herm. Who did we? No, Lynch.
All right,
because Herm said Rubber. I'm going with The Room or Night of the Demons.
I'm going to pick 2. First one is Caligula, 1979, with starring Malcolm McDowell.
Yep.
It was.
What do you mean? There's people that don't know about that movie?
There are people who don't know about that movie. Think about it. Guys a little bit younger than us who didn't grow up with Bob Guccione and didn't know about it. It was Tinto Brass directed.
Oh, thank you, Justin Potter. You're so nice.
Tinto Brass was a pretty serious director, and he wanted to shoot an actual historical film about Caligula. Well, he did, and then Bob Guccione in post-production hired hustler models and filmed full-on hardcore pornography and inserted it at random scenes throughout the movie. The original cut, which I've seen every cut of the movie that there is. There's like 6 different
Of course
cuts.
you have.
The original cut is about almost 2.5 hours long with all the porn in it. There was a version where they took all the porn out. Actually a pretty decent film. But it was just so jarring, and out of nowhere you just see a dick fly at the screen and go into a girl's mouth. Like, what? You just they were just taking a bath over here. Now they're outside having sex. What the fuck is this? Made it completely disjointed.
All right.
My second pick is Salo, or it's also been known as 120 Days of Sodom. That was 1974, 75. Paolo Pasolini, I think, directed it. It's based on the book 120 Days of Sodom, and it's probably the most disturbing film I've ever seen in my life.
Send me the name. I'll look it up. I have to see this movie now.
Well, It's based on the 120 Days of Sodom by Marquis de Sade. So
Okay.
It's pretty crazy. But the movie
All
is
right.
whoa. Anyway, go.
All right. This is for you two because I don't have
Do
one
we
of
hear
these.
that?
No.
Are we hearing anything?
No.
Just the sound of my fish tank in the background.
All right. I'm going to throw this at you guys because I don't have an answer to this. What's your best memory of me? And Herm's got a plethora. I mean, he could go back to 1861.
Well, I have a couple.
What's your best?
The best. Work in Plainfield liquor store about 7:45 at night on like a Wednesday. Burns comes walking in. Emma in arm, plops her on the counter and says, "Here, watch this. I got to go to the beer cave." I'm like, okay. Well, hi, Emma. You remember me? You're only like 2. You probably kind of have a fuzzy recollection of who.
She was about a year and a half. Yeah. No, you're right. She's about 2.
And the whole time she's just smiling, laughing, and looking around. And I got customers walking up like, "What the fuck is this?
Why are you holding baby?
I'll be with you in a moment." And Burns walking out with his
30 rack.
30 rack of Miller Lite. I said, "Well, it was good seeing you, Burns. Bye, Emma."
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon.
Awkward.
If I hadn't seen you behind the counter, that wouldn't have happened. It couldn't have been anybody else. It could not have been anybody else. Herm, you got one shot at this.
Some of my favorite memories. All right.
I want your best.
Well, there's too many of those.
All right.
Were the nights we used to sit out on the roof.
Oh, on East Main Street.
And fuck with the cops and the people in the cars below us on the street. Literally,
oh my God.
The cops stopping and harassing us because they knew who we were and because they knew who you were because of your dad. So they would stop and harass us and we'd harass them the same, tell them to go fuck themselves. And the people on the street would be like, "What the fuck?" And then the cops would just drive off.
I got one better. You may not remember this. I hope you do. Remember when Mohegan Park had a zoo?
Yes,
I do.
Herm and I, because it was like we had to get away. I had a girlfriend. Herm had a girlfriend. We just needed time to ourselves. We'd drive to Mohegan Park and we'd park near the zoo. It just so happened we were parked near the birds that could talk. And we do this like 3-4 times a week, and we taught the birds how to cuss.
Yeah, we'd sit right near the birds, and we taught the birds how to cuss.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And when I forget who we went with, I think it was my girlfriend and her young daughter at the time.
What are you doing?
And let's go to Mohegan Park. And we walk by the birds, and they're all like, "Fuck you, eat shit, suck my balls."
I also have a fun memory of camping on the state forest. About 1-2 o'clock in the morning, the campfire is dwindling down. Chris Burns walks over and proceeds to take a digital camera and throw it in the fire and goes, "Burns, it burns. I love to burn. My name's Chris Burns."
I burned books. I burned a digital camera. I burned the
Jim's sandal.
That's nothing. We burned the entire interior of your car that time we went camping.
Of my car?
You don't remember us burning everything in your fucking car?
Oh, inside the car. Yeah, we took everything out.
But you went with everything. Like you burned the placemat, you burned the fucking floor mats.
I did that with Lynch too. I burned the floor mats. I burned the blanket, that emergency blanket.
It looked like a rolling oil field fire in the middle of fucking Hidden Acres. And
Ryan's comment is rolling me right now. I don't remember who started it, but Chris would always go, "Extra cheese, extra mayo, extra onion, motherfucker!" Doing my Jim Cornette impression at work.
Yeah, you burned the other sandal of Jim's because he walked through the fire and his fucking sandal melted to the wood. So
Yep.
he had to take his foot out. So we
Yep.
burned.
Well, if
burned
you
his
burn
other
one
sandal.
shoe, there's no purpose holding just onto one shoe. Get rid of that fucker too.
Done and done.
But the minute you grab that digital camera just threw it in the fire, I was like, "What in the fuck is this crazy motherfucker doing?" And the battery just go poof, poof.
If you remember, the digital camera, he replaced the batteries and it still wouldn't work. And he's like, "Well, this thing is trash," and he just threw it. Oh, you can't do that around me. Not with a campfire. It went in the fire. Too much fun. Next question. And
Purple.
I'm kind of gonna sell myself out on this one because I alluded to it earlier. What was your best concert experience?
Rob Zombie at Mohegan Sun.
Why?
Shut up, Lynch. Because I was not on the. Well, first of all, he got the crowd to do an all-girl mosh pit.
Oh.
We made it was all right, but he then during the concert walked around, and he didn't walk the floor. He walked around the first row up above the catwalk that's there.
Mm-hmm.
I had front row tickets. So when Rob Zombie came walking around, I got to high five Rob Zombie and got the full. You could smell him. It was the perfect immersion. It was everything. It was awesome. He's an amazing dude. As looking as scary as he fucking is, Rob Zombie is really
he's a class act. Yeah.
So going for my favorite overall concert experience, not just because it was a good concert, was when we saw Motley Crue back in 2005-ish. It was me, you, dude.
Skinny Kristen.
Yeah, like the twig. I called her the toothpick all day. There was another chick there that you worked with.
Yep.
Who I thought was kind of cute. And oh fuck, and Jim met some friends that we knew were going, and it was just it was the most fun I had at a concert, really, because Jim being Jim, getting shit-faced drunk and falling down, and
that was the night that we were in the lawn and we went against the rail before they put in the new seats where you can't see over them, and we're all looking at these seats during the opening act, and we're like, okay, you see those 8 seats? Nobody's sitting in those. Those are our seats. Those are our seats. We're gonna do it. House lights go down. Jim and I went over the rail, and a refrigerator with a head came and said, "The hell are you guys doing?" I superfly snookered over that rail back into the lawn area. I still have a scar on my knee to this day, and I remember bleeding profusely for the rest of the night.
Yeah,
I didn't care. We had a blast.
You had quite the scab on your leg by the end of the show. I don't remember. I think did I drive up by myself or did I drive up with you guys?
You drove up with us.
Okay, because I remember I wasn't. Yeah, I didn't drive because I was shit faced.
Yeah.
By the time we got there, I started early. And then
Skinny Kristen drove because she was sober and still is to this day.
Yep. I remember now.
I got 2.
Her. Whatever happened to her?
Oh, she's doing great. She's doing wonderful.
Good.
I got 2. One is when I was doing the other show, going backstage and interviewing Shaman's Harvest, and then they're 5 songs into their set, and they point me out in the spotlight, and I'm like, I don't want to be here right now, but thank you. You wave, and
I'm very uncomfortable.
After the show, I walk out, and I wasn't going to see Hinder. They were opening for Hinder because Hinder is rock and roll for chicks. And as I'm leaving, Nathan, the singer, is signing autographs outside. He goes, "Hey, look, it's Chris from the Jabroni Show." I'm like, "No, it's the," and I mentioned the name of the show. He goes, "Oh, really? Where's your partner?" I'm like, "Well, you win."
Yeah.
So that was one, and the other one I alluded to earlier. Didn't know it until about 15 years later when Peter Criss released his book. Railing my girlfriend in the front row at the New Year's Eve show, 97 into 98 at Madison Square Garden. Thank you.
The end. Period.
Yes.
Deadass. No
All right.
For real, for real.
Last question that I have. Well, I have two, but I don't think the last one is going to be. Well, maybe we'll try them both. I'll start with Herm on this one. The best band that you can think of that never hit it big, even a singular artist, someone you thought this band should go to the top, or this artist should go to the top.
I don't know. I don't really think I can pick somebody.
Okay.
There's nothing in my head that sticks out.
Okay.
At all.
That's fair. Well, we'll throw it to Lynch. The best band or artist that you thought should have hit big that never hit big.
I'm thinking old school.
Ryan says Trapped or Good Charlotte. Okay, fair. I'll give you Trapped.
Trapped was a solid band. They were pretty decent musicians.
Good Charlotte is music for high schoolers who don't like themselves very much.
Yeah.
I don't think we're hearing that. We're not hearing that, are we?
I'm not hearing
I'm
thing.
not hearing a damn thing. Man, that's a tough question.
I got one more question. Just make it happen. Let's do this.
Captain Beefheart.
Wow. Okay.
He was popular, but he never really went anywhere. He has some good music.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's fantastic. For me, I'm going to go to the 80s. I'm going to go to a band that had minor hits, but never had anything that lit the world on fire. You guys are going to hate me as if the Lime Cucumber wasn't gay enough. Here we go. Dokken. Dokken should have been.
No, huge. I can wholeheartedly agree with that. George Lynch is an amazing guitarist. Don Dokken. It was a good combo, man.
Yep. Jeff Pilson, amazing.
And I learned something the other day I didn't know about, speaking of music. Journey never had a #1 single.
That surprises me.
They had #2. They had #5. Steve Perry had #1 hits, but Journey never had a #1 hit.
All right, this last one is it has to be rapid fire. Just say the name. Who is the best actor or actress ever?
Al Pacino.
Okay, Herm.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Dead Air's a killer. Terry says Sandra Bullock. I can't disagree with that.
I can see that. I mean, I like Pacino.
If we're going modern day actress, I'd say Charlize Theron.
Yeah. Ryan says Keanu Reeves is versatile. I agree. But for me, it's Pacino. You can't beat it. He can do anything, and it is what it is. So,
Godfather Part 2 and Dog Day Afternoon being his two best movies ever. There, I said it.
How about Devil's Advocate? How about 88 Minutes? How about Christ, you son of a woman? How about Heat?
I hate that movie. Son of a woman.
I love Scent of a Woman.
I hate that movie. I don't like it. Heat, I love. That's a great fucking movie. I like anything Michael Mann does.
All right. The Irishman.
Are you playing that right now?
Yeah.
I can faintly hear it.
Well, it's because I can't seem to get it through the board. I've tried 3 different inputs on the board, and the only way I can get it is to.
That's weird.
I can't get anything. But
I'm talking into Mike.
Oh.
How do you not hear that, but you can hear me talk?
I don't know.
Because your voice is loud.
Right, but I have the
He has the gimmick phone 8000.
What do you
Let
get
me
there?
try.
Wait. Everybody stop.
Yeah, but that's my point. I have it jacked up. It's so fucking loud.
I think your mic is so good at like background canceling. It's catching that as like background noise.
Yeah, but that it is a directional mic, and I am shooting it directly into the mic. However,
can you hear that?
yeah.
No,
All right, I got this. Don't worry about it. You can't. Stop.
Yeah, but that's not really my issue. My issue is that on four inputs, I can't get sound in all of a sudden.
I understand.
That's weird.
Here, let me help you. Somebody lead the show out.
Oh, you can barely hear that too. That's horrible. But I mean, I got nothing. Like.
So anyway, folks, catch us next week when hopefully our sound equipment's actually behaving itself, and you can hear and pretend and hum along with us with the drums are going on in the background.
Skinny Jesus is in the comment section.
Alex Giovanni Smith, Tiny Jesus. What's
Skinny
going
Jesus.
on?
I don't care. Tiny Jesus, skinny Jesus, ugly Jesus. He's Jesus.
So join us next week. I don't know what we're doing yet. Boys, do you have any ideas?
Yeah, we had the Lynch episode. We had the Herm episode. Next week is
Burns episode. All right, so catch whatever Burns comes out of his little brain pan, and let's see what nugget of an idea he pulls out and shoots at the other two boys here. And next week we'll find out the inner workings of Chris Burns' mind. CM drunk, the best of the world, at what?
Good night, all.
Good night, everybody. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Until next week.
Oh, by the way,